Good evening to those bored enough to watch. Around a month ago, I discussed Minecraft in creative mode. In it, I mentioned that discussion of survival mode would be omitted from that video because I couldn't get it working. Ever since then, in the meantime, I did occasionally reopen the game to try different methods to get it working. That's when I started playing on a server with a friend and then realized something. My game runs noticeably better when I'm on a server, so I could just make a server of my own and play on it for the video. There's no better time than now since I'm currently writing and working on this video after I uploaded my video about Ratchet & Clank's 2016 reboot, in which you can't watch because it got content ID claimed. My soul left my body when I saw how many countries that video was blocked in, and I think the only country that the video is available to is the US. There's only one person in the UK who can watch that video, and that's me. So, while the Americans in my audience, and according to however accurate YouTube analytics are, there are quite a few of them out there, enjoy the indefinite exclusivity of that video, I figure I should make a quick video for the rest of every other country known to man, because it's likely the rest of you won't be able to watch that aforementioned video about Ratchet & Clank anytime soon. Whenever I'd find myself playing Minecraft, it would most likely be that of survival mode, as back when I'd commonly find myself playing this game, the creative world featured in my video about that respective mode was mostly relegated to sketch builds for whatever survival world I found myself playing in. But for this video, I played a small bit of survival mode. This video will be documenting everything I was doing until I first died. I apologize to whoever this may disappoint, but unlike a lot of people who play this game for a living, I don't have the same amount of time that they do to spend playing this game. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoy this video. So, with that said, let's discuss Minecraft survival mode. The start to my world is akin to any other. I load into the world for the first time and begin collecting wood, and then begin searching around for a place to call home. I've seen a lot of people continually search for places to settle down in this game, in which I personally cannot relate. One's Minecraft house is among the many things in the game that you're supposed to grow attached to. That much I understand and I can relate to that. You spent a lot of effort collecting the materials, conceptualizing and building this house. Understandably, you'd feel attached to it and feel saddened or hurt whenever something happens to it, whether it be getting caught in a creeper explosion or something else of that nature. What we see here is simply a work in progress. I added stairs to the build solely for my own convenience in getting up. Though I may have crafted a bit too much stairs, but such blunders aside, what we see here isn't the final version. Though what said final version of the build was going to be was something not even I knew. Whenever it comes to building in this game, I'm always the kind of person to make it up as I go along. Though in hindsight, one thing I clearly failed to consider was how this base was going to protect me at all, because as we'll see, not having any doors and having a big staircase leading right into my base will eventually come back to haunt me later. One of the many things I want to talk about for this video is how I absolutely despise how poorly optimized this game is for lower end PCs. I'm never one to complain about this. I am more of a console user and I don't own a high-end computer. Any performance issues I have with the game I play on PC is likely my own fault, and for that reason I try not to blame the game. However, it really is telling that I had to install Optifine just to get footage that can remotely be considered useful in the game, a mod that seemingly optimizes the game and makes the frame rate more stable for people on lower end PCs. This mod enables the option to turn off things like animations and whatnot, and the base game doesn't. Why isn't any of this in vanilla Minecraft? Why did I have to go out of my way to install a mod to get these game-changing optimizations? Optifine isn't anything new. As far as I know, this mod has been around for years and somehow the optimizations that it offers isn't in the vanilla version of the game yet. I've always been opposed to downloading modifications for videos, and for those who are like me, regardless of whether you own a high-end computer or not, I would highly recommend you install this mod. It really does help with optimizing this game overall. After placing down stairs and making my unguarded home more unprotected than ever before, I decide to go mining. Mining in this game can be a very interesting experience. To an outsider looking in, this is a really boring experience, and considering how this is what you'll be doing for a long duration of time in search of valuable items is a major reason to want to stay away from survival mode in this game. I won't deny that. For me personally, that aspect is one of the many things I've learned to embrace. Minecraft is a sandbox game, one that requires you to spend a long time grinding for things like materials, whether it be a rare item or a common item that you'll need in large quantities. It is very likely you will need to grind for it. While in any other game I would have definitely brought this up as a criticism I have with it, Minecraft is somehow an exception. This game is one that has a lot of significance for me because it's one that I play to pass the time at moments when I don't feel like playing an action-oriented game or one that requires me to actively follow the plot. Sometimes I open this game, put on some music and just begin mining or building for a few hours. One that I commonly find myself zoning out during such moments. I'm not sure exactly how to describe that experience, but it is one that I personally find to be quite the relaxing endeavor. Speaking of, mining in this game is strangely relaxing, whether it be because of how long it takes to find something of actual value or because in itself it is a monotonous activity to indulge in that's necessary for finding valuable items. For me, it makes the lengthy grind somewhat worth it, especially because if I'm finished zoning out, that likely means I found something. The search itself is more relaxing and satisfying than actually finding the very item you're looking for, and that's what I've grown to appreciate about that process of mining in this game. Sometimes you can also just leave something on your mouse and W key and just leave it to go and complete tasks in your own personal life. I personally didn't have much going on during this playthrough. I did just begin the summer holidays after all, so I just stuck with zoning out during any mining sessions in the game. With that, eventually I mined into a cave, block a section of it off and return to the surface, where a group called Death was waiting for me. Some of the more common enemies in the game are that of zombies, spiders and whatnot, in which are very easy to kill when they're by themselves, but when not properly equipped, they can be quite a challenge to kill when they're in groups. Furthermore, baby zombies exist, and due to how small their hitboxes are, as well as them being generally faster than a normal zombie, they are difficult to kill. Remember when I said that my own lack of doors was the cause of my own demise? Well, that's because I got ambushed by this group of enemies. I began walking up my stairs hoping having some sort of higher ground would give me an advantage, but then I remembered something. I'm not good at this game, and going upstairs won't grant me any advantages. If anything, I'm actively walking into my own disadvantage because when I get to the top I'd be cornered. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that in the moment, and when trying to fight a spider, I tragically but expectedly got killed. I respawn, not remembering that I didn't have a bed and thus my respawn point wasn't set at my base, momentarily have an existential crisis and exit the game. One of the many things I want to talk about in this section of the video is that there is a lot of detail that is added to the game when using Optifine that I personally think are worth appreciating. For example, it generally light up your surroundings without needing to place it anywhere. You can hold it on your offhand, which is useful for tasks such as mining and whatnot. I think that this is worth appreciating. This mod comes with so many optimizations, and on top of that also includes general quality of life changes such as this. It didn't need to, but it does, and that's something I really like. Another thing I also want to talk about is that despite my time with survival mode for this video being short, I still had a lot of fun playing it. I think that the experience, whether it be zoning out while mining, building, or getting ambushed by enemies, it really was a fun mode to indulge in, and I really appreciate my time with it. Though, with that, I think it's time to conclude things. Overall, I think that survival mode of this game is truly worth your time, especially if you enjoy indulging in creative mode. I really do believe that survival mode is worth an attempt. I really did appreciate my time with it, and I had a lot of fun playing through it, even if my time with such a mode was short and momentary. As mentioned, I also think that time is worth being invested into installing Optifine should you choose to do so, whether you own a high-end PC or not. It truly is worth the time looking into doing so. Whether it be losing myself in the endless relaxation that comes with mining or building, I really enjoyed survival mode, and alongside creative mode, I would highly recommend it. So, there's the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I am aware that it was quite a short one, and I do apologize to whoever that may disappoint. As I'm currently recording this outro, I just reached 100 subscribers, in which I really thank you all for helping me get to that milestone. It really does mean a lot to me that you all enjoy my videos and decided to stick around for any future content I put out. I have a lot of other videos in the works and I can't wait to show you all, and I hope that when they do come out, you'll all enjoy them. If you want to see the list of games I want to make videos about in the future, you can always do so through the link in the description. Additionally, if you want to follow me, then my socials will be linked in the description, as well as any afterthoughts or messages I may have. With that, I haven't really got much else I want to say, so I'll see you all in my next video. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I wish you all a very pleasant evening.